my channel. It's been a minute. I recorded a reading vlog. I don't think that's coming out before this one, only because it's taking me forever to edit it. So I thought I'd do a quick video, such as this one, since it's February and I don't want to wait any longer to do this. So, hi. My name is Nari, if you're new here. I mainly do book videos, like book related videos and vlogs. Yeah, stick around. I don't know what else to say. This is why I don't do intros. Anyway, I look like Mega Man right now. I have to wash my hair, but it's in a bun right now, so get into it. I have how many? I have a huge ass TBR, as we all do. If you know, you know. But I'm gonna share with you the main books that I want to read this month. I have 13 books. All of them are not gonna be on here, but I'm gonna give you the majority of the books that I want to read this month. So let's get into it, because I don't want this video to be too long. I talk too much. I tend to talk too much, and we don't want none of that in this video. So let's get started. The first book that I want to read this month this is in no particular order, by the way. Yeah, so the first book that I want to read is The Davenports. It sounds very interesting. It's giving Bridgerton. It's giving the aesthetic. There we go. I didn't mean it's giving Bridgerton, but it's giving the aesthetic of Bridgerton in, like, giving Bridgerton vibes with black characters. I really want to read this, like, so bad. Like, let me read the hold on. I'm gonna show you right now, because I keep seeing this book everywhere, and I never stopped to actually read the thing. But yesterday I was in Barnes & Noble and I saw the book and the cover, chef's kiss, it's gold. I'm gonna read to you what it says. The Davenports delivers a totally escapist, swoon-worthy romance while offering a glimpse into a period of African American history often overlooked. The Davenports are one of the few black families in immense wealth and status in a changing United States. Their fortune made through entrepreneurship of William Davenport, a formerly enslaved man who founded Davenport Carriage Company years ago. Now it's 1910. The Davenports live surrounded by servants, crystal chandeliers, and endless parties, finding their way and finding love even when they're not supposed to. There's Olivia, the beautiful elder Davenport daughter, ready to do her duty by getting married until she meets the charismatic civil rights leader Washington Dwight, and sparks fly. The younger daughter Helen is more interested in fixing cars than falling in love unless it's with her sister's suitor, T. Amy Rose, the childhood friend turned maid to the Davenport sisters, dreams of opening her own business and marrying one man she could never be with. Olivia and Helen's brother, John. This just keeps getting better and better. But Olivia's best friend, Ruby, also has her sights set on John Davenport. Yeah, I want to read this. Though she can't seem to keep his secret until family pressure has her scheming to win his heart, just as someone else wins hers. Inspired by the real-life story of the Patterson family, The Davenports is a tale of four determined and passionate young black women discovering the courage to steer their own path in life and love. Now, if that doesn't make you want to read it, I don't know what will, because I'm sold. And I don't even, the thing is with my TBR, like this, like any TBR I ever have, but especially this one, like I don't know where to start. Like I have all these books and normal people have them set out. I just have a bunch to pick from, depending on how I'm feeling in the moment. Like, I don't know when I want to read this, because I'm on a fantasy kick right now, but I want to read it. But I definitely want to read The Davenports. It seems very freaking interesting, and I'm interested. Very interested. The next one is The Grim Reaper's Lawyer. I was supposed to read this last month, I think. It just sounds interesting. The Grim Reaper's Lawyer? What does he need a lawyer for? It's gonna be a series. It's by May Monique, and this is book 1. I'm just interested. I'm gonna read what it says. When having to decide between spending her afterlife in hell or as the Grim Reaper's lawyer, it's not even a hard choice for Joyce Parker. Of course she'd choose hell. Of course. I mean, Joyce thought her prayers were finally answered when her client killed her. Vibes. Yes, she knows, it's morbid, but so is being a lawyer. Now dead, Joyce thought it was blue skies, angel wings, mimosas, and Jesus. Well, she was embarrassingly wrong. The insufferable but good-looking Grim Reaper needs a favor. He needs her to represent in the newly formed Reaper's court. That is, of course, if she wants to go to heaven rather than hell. Which is exactly where she was heading. What starts off as a favor turned into a whirlwind of chaos, with Joyce, the Grim Reaper, being the center of it all. Not only does Joyce have to help Grumpy Reaper, but she also has to save the whole afterworld. A job she most definitely did not sign up for. Joyce's life on Earth was boring, but her afterlife ends up being the most alive she's ever felt. Trials, secrets, evil reapers, missing souls, traitors, stolen mimosas, okay, and unexpected romance. All the elements for one hell, literally, of a life after death. Yeah. Sign me up. Yeah. This sounds like it would be funny as hell. And it also sounds like it would be very interesting because that's a lot of pressure to have to, like, bro, she has to carry this whole afterworld on her shoulders. This is crazy. As if dying, potentially going to hell if she doesn't fulfill what she needs to fulfill. Like, that's just a lot. Like, I don't know how I would, like, I just wouldn't. No. This one right here, The Weight of Blood. The cover sold me. Do you see that shit? Chef's Kiss. It's by Tiffany G. Jackson, and this would be the first book that I read by her. I definitely want to, like, this is on my list. I just didn't want to open up this month with something just that's gonna piss me. I know this is gonna piss me off. Why? Because it's back. It's like a spin on Carrie. It's like, it's very interesting. I think there's some, I don't know. It's like a spin on Carrie. I said this in my last video, but Carrie, if you've ever seen Carrie, that movie, I love that movie. But for it to be a black take on, like, what Carrie would be like, I'm gonna eat it up. Give it to me. I'm ready. That I can't wait to read. I'm so excited to read that. Like, the next book that I want to read this month is called Reggie and Delilah's Year of Falling. I honestly just wanted to read it because of the cover. Like, this cover is just so cute. It's so cute. I want to read it so bad. I'm going to read you what it's about. Delilah always keeps her messy, gooey insides hidden behind a wall of shrugs and yeah, whatevers. She goes with the flow, which is how she ends up singing in her friend's punk band as a favor, even though she'd prefer to hide at the merch table. Reggie is a D&D dungeon master of self-declared Blared? I can't read. He spends his free time leading quests and writing essays critiquing the game under I can't pronounce that word and I'm not going to try. Keeping it all under wraps from his disapproving family. These two, who have practically nothing in common, meet for the first time on New Year's Eve. And then again on Valentine's Day. And then again on St. Patrick's Day. It's almost like the universe is pushing them together for a reason. Delilah wishes she were more like Reggie, open about what she likes and who she is, even if it's not cool, except it's all a front. Reggie is just role-playing someone confident, the kind of guy who would be with a girl like Delilah. As their holiday meetings continue, the two begin to fall for each other, but what happens once they realize they have fallen for the version of the other that doesn't really exist? Aww. Bendito. That's cute. I think this is a YA. I believe this is a YA. If it's not, correct me in the comments. But I think this is a YA, and this sounds so cute. Just as cute as the cover. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Anyway, moving on. The next one, I've actually put this off for a minute because I kept seeing this cover everywhere. And then I kind of just, I don't know, I just kept seeing it. I didn't really read into what it was about until, like, recently. And then I was like, yo, I really kind of want to read this. Like, this sounds kind of interesting. Like, a black female in royalty. Yeah, sign me up. Like, I want to read that. I think it says that, it literally says, in this dangerously sexy rom-com. Sexy rom-com. Hold on, I didn't know all that. Yeah. That invokes the real-life romance between Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan Markle. A prince who wants to live out the spotlight falls for a daring American rapper who turns his life and palace upside down. Get the f out of here. She's a fucking rapper who turns into a fucking duchess? Yeah. Period. Wait. time the fuck out. This is tea. See, that's a spin. Yeah, I want to read it even more now. Wait, I'm excited for this one. Yeah, but like it's a different take. Cause I mean, my sis is a fucking rapper. It's a different take on, I guess, Harry and Meghan. And I love them. So let's see what this is about. So the next book that I want to read is called Token by Beverly Kendall. I don't know. I honestly just wanted to read it because there's a black female on the cover and it's called Token. So in my head, I think this is just about a story of another token black female. In what scenario, I don't know. But let's actually go read. Yes, I'm one of those people who are like, once I see a nice cover, I'm like, yeah, let's see what that's about. She's brilliant, beautiful, and tired of being the only black woman in the room. 2 years ago, Kennedy Mitchell was plucked from the reception desk and placed in the corporate boardroom in the name of diversity. Rather than play along, she and her best friend founded Token, a boutique PR agency that helps diversity-challenged companies and celebrities. Interesting. Tell me more. Token is in high demand, and Kennedy quickly discovers there's a lot on the job learning and some messes are not easily fixed. When Kennedy's ex shows up, needing help repairing his company's reputation, things get even more complicated. She knows his character is being wrongly maligned, but she's reluctant to get involved professionally and emotionally. But soon she finds herself drawn into a PR scandal of her own. See how it's not good to judge a book by its cover? This is something completely different than what I expected. So, Legendborn. I started this book, right? And I DNF'd it, but I didn't DNF it because it was terrible. In fact, what I read so far was amazing, impeccable. I loved her writing. Like, her writing grabbed me. It yanked me by the fucking neck and was like, bitch, you better not. Yeah, so like, no, it definitely grabbed me. It grabbed my attention 110%. It's just such a thick book that I need to literally dedicate my time to nothing else but that book. Like, I need to be focused. So I decided that this month is gonna be that month where I read Legendborn and Bloodmarked. Yeah, we're gonna talk about both of them. Legendborn and Bloodmarked. That's supposed to be my intro into like fantasy, the fantasy world. It wasn't. Actually, it kind of was, but I just didn't finish it. If you want to get technical, that's the first book that I read to get into this whole fantasy kick. I'm so excited for fantasy. You don't understand. Like, I can watch fantasy. I never tried to read it though. Like, that's a whole different world. Like, I didn't want to step foot into fantasy because I was just too scared. But now I'm ready. Give it to me. Now, give me all the recs you got because I'm ready. I'm ready. Bree. First of all, what captured my attention with Legendborn and Bloodmarked was the cover. Like, I'm just a cover bitch. I'm sorry. The cover, bro, I've never seen a cover so beautiful like that in my life. Like, I constantly stare at that shit. Like, Bree looks so good. Like, I stare at her hair. Like, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at her hair, the fact that she's black on the cover and she looks like that. It's not like terribly drawn. Like, it's so pretty. I just love it. Like, it's just so amazing. So, and I heard she gives off bad bitch energy and I'm here for it. I'm excited and kind of terrified because I don't know what to expect. So, let me know if you want me to do a reading vlog on that. Actually, that's gonna take so long. That's a big ass, thick ass book. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you. If you want it, I will give it to you. So, Confessions of an Alleged Good Girl. Now, I wanted to read this because after I finished Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry, I wanted to read this because Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry was really good. Loved that book. Go read it. I wanted to read this one. I wanted to read every book after that by her. And at the time, I wasn't in the mood to read it. As soon as I picked it up, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling this right now. I want something else. So I kind of just didn't start it and put it back on the TBR list because I tend to do that a lot. So now I'm like, yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, I'm excited to read that this month. I'm gonna tell you what it's about. The second novel about a preacher's daughter in small town Texas and her journey toward loving herself and her body. Monique is a preacher's daughter who detests the impossible rules of her religion. Everyone accepts her to wait until marriage, so she has no one to turn to when she discovers that she physically can't have sex. After 2 years of trying and failing, her boyfriend breaks up with her. God damn, he wasn't the one for you, love. That's all that means. He just wasn't the one. To win him back, girl, let that go. Let that man go. To win him back, let him go, because he is not worth your time, love. Anyway, to win him back, Monique teams up with straight-laced church girl Sasha, who is surprisingly knowledgeable about Monique's condition, as well as Reggie, the misunderstood bad boy who always makes a ruckus at church. Together, they embark upon a top-secret search for the cure. While on their quest, Monique discovers the value of a true friend and the wonders of love that accepts her for who she is. Despite everyone's opinion about her virtue, she learns to live for herself. We love that. We love a good self-discovery. We love finding and making new friends. And we love to find love. So I'm here for this book. Why can't she have sex? Why can't she have sex? I want to know. I'm just curious. I want to know. So I'm going to read that this month, and I'm going to love it. I know I am. I know I am. This has also been on my TBR for way too fucking long. Real by Kennedy Ryan. I started this book as well, and I didn't continue because I felt like I needed to be extremely... I feel like this is a long book too. It is. My friend read it and she was like extremely long, but it's so good. I know this one's gonna hurt me for some reason. I feel like this one right here is gonna really hurt my feelings. I want to read this especially because I keep hearing great things about it. It's Kennedy Ryan, and there's a second book coming up. A second book. I can't wait to read it. I'm excited to read it. I don't know about you, but I am. The director and an actress. I don't know, I just feel like it's gonna be like wine. Like it's gonna feel like a good glass of wine on a nice Friday night. Yeah. It's Kennedy Ryan. There's no other words. I just want to read it so bad because she wrote it, and because I don't know, something about a director and an actress just getting together seems like excellence. It's like tender ribs. What the fuck am I talking about? Anyway, moving on. The next book is Honey and Spice, and I started reading this and I just couldn't understand. Like, I'm sure it's a great book. I started it, I couldn't understand any of the jokes. So, up until recently, I kept seeing it everywhere. Well, no, I saw it on one girl's TikTok, and I was like, you know, I really love this cover. Like, this cover is so pretty to me. Like, it's just, I don't know, something about the cover. It's just so pretty. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try and give it another try. I downloaded the audiobook. I just wanted to see if it was, like, you know, how it would sound and who were the, like, narrators. When I started the audio, I was like, now this, I probably just needed to read it as an audiobook. Now this I could get down with. Because the person who was the voice for, I guess, the female main character, I didn't even listen. I listened to like 15 seconds of it, and I was like, yeah. I feel like I could maybe understand if I just hear her voice and the tone and what she's using it in. Like, I didn't get any of the jokes the first time I read it, and maybe I'm just slow or something, but like, I don't know. It's the voice, whoever was narrating the female main character was eaten, because I'm excited now. I'm excited to read this. So, the second to last book that I have is called Fake Empire, and I had very vaguely seen this cover somewhere, then it just kind of disappeared. And then my friend Courtney recently told me that she was talking to me about it, and I was like, sold, because I think she, instead of him always being the billionaire or whatever, she's the billionaire. I know you had me at billionaires, and from there on, one of my mutuals had read it, and I was like, yeah. I'm gonna tell you the tropes in this book. It's an arranged marriage, a billionaire romance. Yeah, I don't know, something about that just sounds good. The fact that she's the billionaire and he's not. I don't know. That's fire to me. Like, imagine being a billionaire, a female billionaire, taking shit from nobody. That's, I don't know. I just love billionaire books. So that kind of caught my eye, and the fact that she is the billionaire. And then it's an arranged marriage. Sounds good. And it sounds scandalous. Actually, if you ask me, it sounds very scandalous. And I'm all for it. So, yeah. Last book is a book that I'm actually currently reading. It's an ARC copy. I found it on TikTok 2 days ago, and I was like, oh, this sounds so good. I'm probably too late for the ARC signups. The author was so kind. She sent me the ARC. The freaking, look at this freaking, I can't speak. Look at the freaking cover. It's so pretty. It's a dark romantic fantasy, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let me give it to me, because I'm trying to get into fantasy anyway. But it's a dark romance. Something about that just, I don't know. Let me tell you what it's about. I'm just gonna read it to you and then tell you the tropes, because honestly, it just sounds so good to me. A dark romance fantasy series of violence, chaos, angst, love me some angst, and powerful love that can't be denied. Powerful indeed. I'm gonna tell you why when I get to the tropes, because I ain't ever heard of no trope like the one I'm gonna tell you about in a few minutes. Willow, I was never meant to live an ordinary life, and when I'm dropped from the sky into a haunting forest, facing the barrel of an unknown man's gun, I believe it to be true. Ruler of the Black Water, Kaz Harlow, is the man behind the gun. He's broady, calculating, commanding, and surprisingly, I can hear every thought that runs in his mind. She can hear every thought that runs in his mind. That's crazy. Because I can. He wants me out of his world and set back to where I came from. So he makes it his mission to find a way. It seems like a simple task until I realize his world is unlike mine. That his is filled with violence, chaos, and destruction, and gifted people who can kill you with one look. In his universe, it's hard for a regular human like me to survive. But Kaz, at my side, the possibility is higher. And the more time we spend together, the harder it is for me to ignore the connection that makes me feel alive. He says we're not meant to be, so why does everything about him set my soul on fire? Kaz, I have too many enemies to count. And when this Harlow woman drops into my forest, that's exactly what I think she is, an enemy. But then she makes a remark without even opening her mouth, and I realize I can hear her thoughts, and she can hear mine. As monarch of Blackwater, I can't allow her to stay, but by doing so, I risk losing everything I've worked so hard to build. So I make it my mission to find her a way back home. But as the mission rolls on, I realize my bond with Willow gets much deeper than I ever could have imagined. And the more I reject her, the more pain I feel entering my body. However, when I lower my guard, the pain disappears and I crave her touch. This relentless, undeniable bond is becoming impossible to ignore, but I can't give in to it. For if she stays, death will come for us, and it's up to me to choose our fate. Do I risk staying with her and putting her life at constant risk? Or do I sacrifice the one thing that brings me happiness and let her go? That sounds so good. Now, on to the tropes, because this is what really, it really got me. Like, I'm just like so confused. Like, it makes sense, but like I've never heard anybody like just use that. I'm gonna put the picture right here as well so you can read with me. It's a slow burn. It's a fantasy. It has fantasy elements, dark romance, morally gray hero, angst, interracial love, and telepathic sex. What the fuck is telepathic sex? That's what was going through my mind when I read that shit. I was like, telepathic sex? Question mark. But like, it makes sense, you know, telepathic. I guess I don't know. I guess they can hear each other because they can hear each other. I don't know. That's just some next level shit. Like, I've just never heard of no shit like that in any book in my life. Or maybe it's just like a fantasy thing. I don't know. You can let me know. But like, that's wild to me. Like, that's some next level shit. For real. Anyway, yeah. So that's why I wanted to read it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. You know, like, comment, and subscribe. Ask me some questions if you want to, either on my Instagram, my TikTok, or down below in the comment section. I will answer you either in another video or throughout other videos. I don't know, we'll see. Connect with me on all my other socials, on my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitter. Yeah, ooh, I have a lot of shit. I'm not a person who is shy to talk to people and make friends, so you know, hit me up. Like, hit me up. I'd be bored, so like, you know, I'm ready. I'm down to buddy read if you guys want to buddy read, all that other good stuff. But like, I'm mainly on my Bookstagram and my TikTok, so if you want to connect with me, just comment under a video or, you know, DM me. My DMs are open. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye guys.